Hey guys, how's it going? We are continuing our series here. It would help if I plugged in my keyboard. And you all know what the series is. It is looking for sulfur. Still looking for sulfur. Yep. Sulfur is the name of the game. And in in the far off lands where I have found myself, I have built a few buildings. Nothing major. Alright. Yeah, I thought we'll build a building for the nether portal. And then something about to mess with me. I think these guys give you like food poisoning, which is a new phenomenon. At least whatever this spell is that if they attack you, I think it prevents you from eating. So I feel like that's new, but I could be wrong on that. I'm no Minecraft expert by any means, by any stretch of the imagination. But yeah, we've got a nice little desert house that will be our launching off point for further exploration in new lands. And I am in new lands because I'm trying to find one of these sulfur caves. And I know I need to put a roof on this fine structure here. Oh, I was gonna do... I think I was gonna actually just make this 4 high, but... Oh well. Yeah, I was thinking I'll just do a sandstone roof for this building as well. Let's get ourselves another shovel. And I think I'm gonna clear out this level of sand so we can have nice ocean views from here. That would be nice. Yeah, and I really like the view from over here. There was a cave in the last episode that I explored just off in the distance that way. But in part 2, we did not find the sulfur cave. But what we did find was one of the other players in the realm. Templar. He showed me a temple, a desert temple that he had kind of added onto. And he built these cool statues in front of it. It's like a Egyptian themed temple. So if you haven't watched that episode, go back and watch that one. If you feel like it, of course. Not forcing anyone. Yeah, keeping it pretty simple with these buildings out here in the desert. And I did notice that when I launched the game today, um, it did look like there was a download. So I'm wondering if I just hadn't gotten the download yet for the Sulfur Cave Chaos Cubed. So maybe there weren't even any Sulfur Caves to begin with at the time, which would be kind of hilarious. It did say, I think it was released on the 16th, so I'm not sure why I wouldn't have gotten the update on the 16th. But regardless, it is always fun exploring new caves and new biomes, new regions of KnobWorld. And I noticed there were a few rabbits up here, and they weren't. Oh, there they are. And they weren't really running away from me, which I think in the past they would. They'd always take off. So that's kind of interesting. Kind of cool. Little bunny rabbits. Now I'm kind of thinking, um, maybe I should take a boat, like, to some other area. Looks like there's a village over there. And if I was smart, I would simply dig below this sand and then go straight to the sandstone. But, which I probably will do. But I want to keep all this pretty flat. So I may just try to find just the sandstone instead of making sandstone out of this. Yeah, this is a good base of operations. Never mind this giant hole in the ground. Let's see. I think we'll just go back, or maybe we'll explore and then find some good wood to make our roof with, and hopefully find a cave. Oh, but I don't have any wood now. tempted. I think I might try to get some distance with this ender pearl. So I've got the shovels. Anything else I want to take? Oh man, my armor has dwindled down. I think we can at least... We'll make some leggings, aka pants. Alright, that'll get us through the night, and we will head over to where the village is. Alright, let's see how good of a throw. Let's see what this does. Oh, I thought I'd teleport there. Is that not how you do it? What? Okay, I must be tripping then. I thought it would teleport you there, but maybe it has to be land? I don't know. A bit peculiar. A bit peculiar indeed. Hello, villagers. How we doing? Are they gathering? Gathering for the day? Get back to work. A nice village. I could get some wool. That would probably be a smart thing to do. At least we found another cave. Whoa. How do we get to the entrance? Definitely not that. That would be cool if there was like an underwater entrance. we embark to the sulfur. This could be a dead end. Alright, well. Okay, well, that was a bit of a dead end. No worries. Is this an island? Oh, neat looking dog. Alright, I'm a fan. Just need a smooth entrance to the cave. That's all. Nothing major. Just gotta find a way to the cave. Is this even a cave? Or is it just a crevasse? Ah, it's a whole bunch of nothing. What a bummer. Oh, well, I'll take that. Take a little bit of iron. Wait a second. We might have found ourselves a cave here. Hold up. Got him. Sulfur Cave. Here we come. This is part 4. And how many parts will there be? Oh, diamond. Let's see. Maybe I should have made... Oh, wait. I wonder if copper can mine diamond. That's almost worth looking up. It's pretty high up. I've just been traveling very minimalistic lately. Alright, moment of truth. And Templar just joined the realm. Welcome into the realm. Ah, waste. What a waste. You hate to see that. Yeah, I hate to see that. Whoa. I really should have been more prepared for this. Another one of these. I'm always running into these. And I do like the blocks. Alright, we'll see if copper can mine gold. No. Okay, so just iron. Just iron. Alright, we're not giving up. Never give up, no matter what. Life lessons. It's good to be mining some iron today. This could be a dead end as well. We shall see. Oh man, oh man. Zombie world. Doo-doo-doo. This seems like a dead end. But it's not a dead end, is it? Okay, huh. Is that an underground, or is that a, what do you call it? Mine? See that straight line right there? Can't tell. Yeah, I really have got to be more prepared before going into mines. This has got to be a dead end. I'll be shocked if it's not. Yeah, I've got to... I'm in a tough situation right now. This axe is, this pickaxe, yep, it's done. So, I guess I'll have to go back to the surface to get more wood, which I should have done before I came down here. At least some of it will be lit up. Maybe one of these guys will drop some wood, some sticks. Oh, great. How about some sticks? No. All right. We'll be back. Okay. That's the funny thing is I could just die and then I would respawn on the surface with all my stuff. But I'm not going to do that. I feel like that's kind of cheating. Just having a look about. Come at me, bro. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. There's diamonds. All right. Go away. Yeah, oh, at least, okay, I do have torches, but it's just a matter of getting out of this cave. I need to retrace my steps. And one thing we do know for certain, we did not find any sulfur yet. That's the main objective. That was actually kind of a walk in the park. Getting out, not too bad. Okay, so if we had a, anything. We can make a furnace, melt some iron, and then we'd basically be good to go. Yeah, this is a pretty decent cave. It's a bit hidden. Yeah, I'll definitely remember where that is. No problem. Just around the other side of the mountain. Can't talk. And then we go back to the village. Then we go back to my house. And then we're set. Follow the torches to the village. All right. This is what we needed all along. I really don't like, what do you call it, cutting this wood down. It's kind of tedious, I would say. Oh, maybe I should do like kind of have the wood, like the log, as the roof. That might be a good idea. Yeah, I kind of like that idea because the building is pretty gray. And then I've got like that red and purple inside. Yeah, this tree just doesn't make any sense. Going diagonal. And the orange wood, like I'm not a huge fan, of it. But the log itself, I feel like I can work with that. It's just not my go-to because of how tedious it is to chop up this wood. Similar story with the mangrove. It's not the easiest to chop up, but with the mangrove wood, I actually do like that like dark red color. So I just totally forgot about that kind of wood though. We'll just clear out all the trees. I wonder how far away Templar is. Yeah, like this. This doesn't make any sense. What are we doing here, Minecraft? It does look cool, like as a whole, like as a biome. I think it does look cool. I'm just giving it a hard time. Wondering if I just need to keep like maybe look for a plains uh biome and look for like this bubbling water, because that according to the internet it says that the water there will be like bubbling water, and that's a sign that it's below. We'll check out the village, see if there's anything good here. Hello. Okay, huh. Hmm. Hmm. All right, I think we should be good to go back into the cave. We gotta get some what do you call coal to burn some iron. Wow, has it been? That's crazy. I've been streaming for 42 minutes already? That is wild. I do have some YouTube videos queued up. I guess we could watch those. It's about stealth camping on Miami Island. And this one is by Wes Wherever. There are a few other channels in the genre. Um, I'd say like the most notable, or the one I'm aware of, or that I've watched. What am I trying to say here? The one I've seen the most is Camping with Steve. So I also queued up one of his videos. But this guy, he is also, I watched a few of his videos last night, and he's got a few good ones. He camped in, I want to say it was like a colonial fort island in Maryland. And so he does like kind of similar things as the Camping with Steve guy, who like basically they'll just camp in like really interesting places. Okay, where was that cave again? Where was that cave again? And nightfall is here, is upon us. Gotta deal with these zombies. Just trying to find a sulfur cave. There is a lot of good stuff in here, though. Gotta say. Back into the cave. We will collect our diamond now. Yeah, finally. I haven't mined diamond in forever. Just been busy with other things. And I probably should have dug around that area too to make sure I wasn't missing anything, but oh well. I think there was another diamond somewhere. Close this off, and maybe we can queue up the video by Wes Wherever. Sulfur Cave. Alright, we've officially trapped ourselves down here. Yeah, let's queue up that video. Okay. And we'll see if I can remember which buttons to click.
Right in the middle of Miami.
Oh, that music. The music might get me in trouble.
Here, a little breezy, partly cloudy. Water's very warm and comfortable, even in the middle of wintertime. Just a perfect day to go and do some stealth camping on an island I found out here. That's right, you got West Weber stealth camping in Miami before GTA 6. A lot of people waiting very patiently for that to release, but just had to come down here and do something myself.
You can pre-order it now.
I'm already seeing our island out there. We are pretty close.
The end of June.
It's called Pace Picnic Island. Scouted it out using Google Maps. Seems like a very popular place for people with boats to go and hang out and picnic, as the name suggests. I'm not too sure how often people camp out overnight there, so definitely gonna have to be stealthy for this one. Seems like there are a lot of trees and vegetation on the island, so I'm just gonna have to go to the middle and try and stay hidden tonight. Well, we've got about a quarter mile left to go, so let's enjoy this short, easy paddle. Manatee zone. That would be pretty cool to see one of them. And here it is.
Ooh.
So I think we're gonna circle around to the other side of the island and land there. We were very close to all those high rises over there. I think anyone paying attention might have noticed us. Let's circle around and land where we're a little bit more hidden. Love these trees just jutting straight out of this sandbar on the edge of the island. Wow, this is cool. We made it. A beautiful little shoreline here. With this powdery white sand, just gorgeous. First thing I want to do is take the kayak and all the gear and get it hidden in the brush somewhere. So many coconuts already, that's so cool. Ooh, right in here is looking pretty hidden. I think this is gonna be our spot. Leo's having fun. All right, all the gear. Let's get the kayak. Well, this little spot is looking just perfect. Love how we have plenty of cover and
I can't
so cozy
remember
looking.
if this was a dead end. Yeah.
We've got about an hour until sunset, so let's explore the island. I'm just loving all the tropical looking plants and trees around here. Kind of maybe official looking boat over there.
Oh, this was the way to the larger cave, right?
Now, if these aren't some tropical looking palm trees, I don't know what are. Just beautiful. Just a tremendously lush canopy. And I see some coconuts. I really want to keep exploring, but I saw a very official looking boat parked over at the beach. I believe this island closes around sunset. Like, I don't want to have any problems being seen here for too long, so I think I'm going to head back to the campsite and just kind of lay low for a little bit. All right, we are back at the campsite, and I can actually see the boat right through there. I'm really gonna have to think about either picking another, like, more secluded campsite or just abandoning this whole trip.
Gotcha.
I really have to think.
We're still just here
gotta
laying
dodge
low.
'em.
I looked a little bit closer at the boat and it has a City of Miami seal on it.
Yikes.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
yikes.
leaving.
That was not good. Oh, man.
Oh, that is a relief that the boat just left. Doing a little bit more research, trying to figure out like what kind of boat that is. Had the City of Miami seal on it, but not like police or anything, so I don't know like what that was. Just thinking now we should probably move all of our stuff to an even stealthier spot, like one where there's like no visibility at all. Just dropped off all my stuff right here. See, it's a lot stealthier here. Very little visibility.
That's a good spot.
Really seems like a much better spot, so I'm gonna go back and grab the kayak and the rest of the gear, get camp set up, and then we are eating some good Cuban food tonight. We got the kayak here. That was a lot of work to carry through all the brush. And we have got all the gear. I got a couple of my lights set up on max brightness. First thing I want to do is take a tip from Steve Wallace. We're gonna go and do a stealth check. So let's walk on out to the edge of the island.
Oh, yeah, he shouted out,
hopefully we're not
Steve.
really gonna be able to see the light.
I guess he's the OG of this.
All right, we are at the
This
water's
niche.
edge. Let's see what it looks like. Really nothing. Can kind of see some faint light, but seems like there's some good moonlight, so I really don't think anyone's gonna notice this. And we are back. And first thing I want to do is get the tent set up, start feeling a little bit more established here. Now back behind me, it's one of the most exposed areas, so I think I'm going to set the tent up right in front of it, kind of help shield us a little bit. We'll get everything else set up in front. We should be nice and nestled in here. So I did thoroughly clean and disinfect this tent from last trip. You might remember last episode we were camping in an abandoned bait shack in Alabama, and must have been close to 50 plus pelicans there, and they left a lot of surprises everywhere for us. Hey, Leo, can you come right here? Thank you. And so far so good, but I am going to be using the rain fly tonight because we have a small chance of rain. I'm hearing some pretty big waves, which means a boat probably just came by and left a big wake. Keep my eye out. And that is looking so good and cozy. I'm gonna get everything in the tent set up early, that way in case Leo wants to come in here and hang out, he can. Look for Leo's side of the bed, got the foam sleeping pad, and I got his special baby blanket that I got him when he was a little tiny puppy. Still really loves it. And now for my side, got my inflatable sleeping pad. And like a loud car backfiring out there. There's a lot of that in Miami. And thankfully I haven't seen any mosquitoes yet, so I got the tent door open. Not a care in the world.
How hard is it to find sulfur?
And tonight we got my 50-degree sleeping bag. This is only
Oh,
getting
I
down to
have that.
59.
I used
Be
to
a
have
nice
the
warm
same.
night.
Actually, I still have that same one. Same inflatable mat.
And my inflatable pillow. And it is looking so cozy in here. And I'll get our camp blanket laid out so we got a clean place. Also disinfected from last trip. And our table and chair.
Wow, this is kind of neat. It's like...
And with that, camp is all set up. Feeling so chill and cozy out here. You know, Miami's really a flashy place, so for a lot of people coming here, they want to stay in a really expensive hotel and maybe rent an exotic car. And nothing wrong with that, but for me, this is what it's all about right here. Just getting to
That's
camp
what
on
it's
a
all
tropical
about.
island with all these palm trees, different plants I haven't seen, so many aquatic birds and just different insects, and so much to see here. But I'm getting hungry, so I'm gonna get everything prepped for our nice Cuban dinner that we're gonna have. So I went ahead and got everything laid out for dinner. We're gonna be making a Cuban sandwich known as a Cubano. There's a huge Cuban influence in Miami. So many places you can get a good Cubano at, but we're gonna be trying to make our own tonight. So here's everything laid out for our Cubano. Got some Cuban roast pork, a couple slices of ham, pickles, Swiss cheese. Top it all off with plenty of yellow mustard, which is very important for Cubanos. And we got a Cuban roll, which we're gonna coat in some oil before toasting. On the side, we're gonna have some cassava root and a nice ripe mango with some tahini. But first, I'm gonna give Leo his meal he's been waiting so patiently for. Got some of his kibble and wet food along with some of that roast pork. It's really not salty or spicy at all, so I figured he could have a little bit. Leo, sit pretty? Yes. Ooh, he's liking that. And I like to start my meals off with fruit, so I'm gonna get this mango cut up while he's working on that.
Oh, hello. Hello.
And we have got a mountain of mango to work on. No complaints. Cheers. Oh, that is perfectly ripe. So good. And of course, let's put a little tahini on there. What a vibe getting to eat some mango on a tropical island. I just love this. Only way it could get any better is if we could crack open one of those coconuts that we saw. Oh, that would be good. While I was getting the food prep for our dinner, we've been hearing a lot of noises out there. Like sometimes it's just some rustling up in the trees so you know it's a bird, but other times there is something scurrying around here. I'm trying to capture it on camera, got a little bit of it. I'll slow the footage down for you, but it looks like some kind of rodent or I don't know. Also here in South Florida, they have invasive iguanas, so I'm just really wondering if we're gonna run into any of those. What a good way to start off dinner, man. It's been a long day. I didn't even have time for lunch today, so I'm really hungry. And first thing for our Cubano, just gonna get the outside coated in some oil so it's ready to go. And start getting our pan heated up.
That's glorious.
Get some more oil in there. And I think we'll heat up our cassava root first so we have that ready to go. Gonna get our roast pork and ham heated up.
Needing more coal.
And that is a lot of good protein in one pan. Oh, that is smelling so good. And that is all nice and hot, so we'll set that aside. And we'll get our sandwich assembled. Start off with some of this good roast pork and our ham. Add the Swiss cheese. I really like cheese, so I'm gonna use 2 slices. Pickles and a generous amount of this yellow mustard. And suddenly I'm hearing music. There are people going by in a boat, I think. Anyways, yeah, that is a very generous amount of mustard, especially because I'm not the biggest fan of it. Pan's heated back up, and now for the fun part. Now, Cubano is actually a pressed and grilled sandwich. We're just gonna put that right in there. And now we wanna really press it, get it weighted down because the bread is actually supposed to be flattened at the end. This is a heavy pot, but I don't even think it's heavy enough for this, so I'm literally just gonna be pressing. We'll see if we can give this a good flip. Ooh, not bad, that is looking toasty on top.
So I've seen this block before.
It's kind of fun.
I don't ever go into the,
All right, I'm thinking that might be done.
whatever you call these.
And not
The
bad at
warden's
all.
chamber. I avoid
We're
them.
gonna be eating good tonight.
I don't have time for them.
Let's start off with a little bite of this cassava first.
Will this destroy it?
Kind of similar to potatoes,
it
but has a
will.
really light
Yeah.
and buttery flavor. Kind of hard to
have to,
describe,
like,
but really good.
Sneak around.
So I actually
Whoa.
picked up a few elements of the meal tonight from a local Cuban restaurant here in Miami. It is called Versailles, and it is a really famous Cuban restaurant here in Miami. They actually claim to
Yeah,
be the most
I don't
famous
wanna
Cuban
find
restaurant
out.
in the world, which I could believe it. Got to try a few different Cuban dishes there, and they were all so good. So what we brought home from them for our meal tonight is the cassava root, this good Cuban roast pork, and the Cuban roll that it's going
Just have
on.
to get back
It's
up
a real
here.
process to make Cuban roast pork, and I didn't want to butcher it, so getting it from them, you know it's good. And let's give this Cubano a try. Oh, this turned out really well. Bread is nice and flattened like how it's supposed to be, super toasty and crispy. Got that roast pork, which of course is marinated so nicely. Then that ham, that melty Swiss, pickles, and even the mustard, which I'm normally not a fan of. I'm really liking it in this. So we have come a long way for this episode. Last adventure was in
All right.
Mobile, Alabama, and I
Another-
think we've come a good
another
12
cave
hours
explored.
to get here. I finally spotted our
Somewhat.
little friends out there. Our big friends, should I say. I'm sure they want some of this food. So as a lot of you know, I've been doing this long road trip trying to do a video in each state that I travel through. My mom and her dog Preston have joined me for most of the trip, and just so thankful they get to come along. I'd really recommend it if you ever get the chance to travel with family or friends. Just get on the road, make some great memories. There's really nothing like it. Yeah, we finally got to make it into Florida, something I've been looking forward to this whole trip. I'd never been along the Panhandle before and didn't know what to expect, but they are some of the most beautiful beaches I've
nice.
ever seen. Just incredibly soft, powdery white sand and some of the most turquoise and emerald green waters that I have ever seen. It's just something that you would see and think it's fake or something. It was that beautiful. And then the drive from Pensacola to Destin, just so much scenery, beautiful sand dune ecosystem and picture perfect beaches just everywhere. It's just really incredible. Then coming down here to South Florida, we ended up traveling through Tampa, which was cool to see. And then we spent a weekend in the Florida Keys. If you're not familiar with the Keys, they're a very narrow strip of islands that extend off the southern tip of Florida. From start to finish, it's around 100 miles where you're island hopping just on bridges half the time. One of the most scenic drives I've ever gotten to take, and at the very end of the road is Key West. And Key West is the southernmost tip of the United States, and you're only 90 miles from Cuba down there. Had a lot of fun there getting to check out the different sites. There's even a population of feral chickens down there that are descendants of chickens that Cuban immigrants brought over. But yeah, I've been absolutely loving my time here in Florida so far. I'm not gonna lie, I was really thinking this little camp out here was not gonna work out after seeing that official boat. It literally had the city of Miami seal on it, and I was in very obvious direct line of sight when I was exploring that sandbar with the trees. And then just hanging out at the original campsite, just watching and waiting. Oh, I thought we were done for. Just so glad it's working out and we're getting to enjoy some good Cuban food. Down to my last bite. And perfect timing too. I don't know if you can see or hear, but we got some rain coming in. I don't think it's supposed to be a real downpour, but I still want to get everything put in the tent just in case. Went ahead and very quickly just threw everything in here. And take this guy on one last walk, and then we're gonna get to bed.
Oh yeah, I think this is a dead end.
Feels so good to be all cozy and lying down for the night. We will see y'all in the morning. Say good night, Leo. Good night.
Oh, that's a good time. Cool time lapse.
Good morning. Waking up to some nice chill rain outside. Ended up getting to sleep pretty late last night, so it was nice to be able to sleep in with the sound of the rain. Leo's enjoying it too. Pretty interesting night last night. Right after I got into the tent, those rodents that I believe are pack rats, they were coming closer and closer to the point where they were scurrying all along the side of the tent and doing things, and it was very loud. And at first little Leo was a little bit concerned about that, but eventually he just had to get used to it, and so did I. And then the moon came out, and it was so bright out there. Really neat to see everything in the moonlight, the silhouette of the palm trees. Had some nice cricket sounds in the background, and then also there was a bird chirping that I just could not identify. I used the Merlin Bird ID app and it could not pick up anything, so I really don't know.
Merlin.
So I gotta give last night a sleep rating of 8 out of 10. A really relaxed night of sleep. There were a few disturbances which kept it from getting a perfect score, but besides that, man, I slept well. Anyways, let's get out there and get our day started.
The way, so the exit is back up there, right?
Nice calm morning out here. So cool to see it during the day.
Oh, I'm lost. It's not this way. I know it's not this way.
Leo's already taking his own walk.
Yeah, this is the, yeah, I need to go back this way. What the?
Wow.
What have we here?
Someone's got the zoomies. The rain's coming down pretty consistently now, so I'm gonna start getting everything prepped for our breakfast inside the tent. Hoping it subsides soon so we can really enjoy our breakfast, but for now, this is what we're doing. Well, the rain did end up subsiding while I was getting everything prepped for our breakfast, which should make it a lot easier. I did check the Doppler radar and we're like right on the edge of a big system, so maybe it'll creep back in, but for now we are staying dry. So for breakfast, we're gonna be making some Cuban breakfast empanadas. For empanadas, we got a couple empanada discs, we got 2 eggs, some butifarra, which is a type of Cuban sausage, some shredded Monterey Jack, diced onions, top it off with a little bit of salt and pepper, and some Louisiana hot sauce. Also being in Florida, of course, I got a nice Florida orange. I'm gonna get this peeled up and start on it right away.
Oh.
Cheers.
Florida
that
orange.
is so refreshing, waking up and having an orange. And so fitting being in Florida and having one. You know, they're very famous for their oranges. Even all the license plates have oranges on them. Only thing better would be if there was an orange tree on the island. That would be so cool.
You didn't talk about the disease that's...
You want to try a little orange? There you go.
That's happening with the Florida orange.
Funny with fruits and vegetables, sometimes they'll eat them and sometimes he won't. Not this time.
It's really bad.
Very refreshing way to start out the day. Get the eggs going for our empanadas. Actually, one of these eggs is for Leo. He's gonna have it with his breakfast.
Maybe we could do
scrambling.
We could see if there's any videos about that.
I'm starting to feel some raindrops again, so I'm just gonna have to keep my eye on it.
This is something I've
Those are looking nice
learned
and
about
scrambled.
kind of recently.
Give Leo his eggs right away, because again, he's been nice and patient.
Florida orange. I guess they're...
Is it pretty?
Yeah, they're trees. They've had this disease that keeps spreading, and they don't know how to eradicate it. And so their orange production has gone down.
These are already smelling really good, like different than any other sausage that I've ever smelled. All right, and that is looking nice and golden brown. We're gonna get these empanadas packed, but the rain is really starting to come down again. I love empanadas, but I've never made them myself, so this should be interesting. Start by adding the eggs.
I guess it's this way.
Get our good Cuban sausage in there. Monterey Jack. Diced onions. Forgot I wanted to add the salt and pepper directly to the eggs, but we'll just do it now.
Yeah. How do I get out of here?
Finally, this good Louisiana hot sauce.
Yeah, this I remember the
very appetizing already. And now we want to fold them over and crimp the edges. And again, it's my first time making these, so wish me luck.
Dang it.
Check it out, it actually seems like it worked. It's like a giant pierogi. It's pan heated back up, still got plenty of oil in here from the meat.
Well, sorry to anyone who may be watching this. It's kind of
a good flip.
A bit disoriented.
We'll get this dished up. Yeah, not too bad. Did come open a little bit on one end, but I think it's still going to be great.
I guess it has to be this way.
Number 2 going. Oh, and this second one really turned out a lot better.
Oh, maybe
I'm gonna cut into the first one to get a good cross section for you guys. Yeah, that looks good. Let's give this a try.
Can't believe I was tripping like that.
Empanada dough is so nice and crispy. It makes it so easy to just pick up and eat, which I love. That butifarra, man, is so good. There's some really interesting herbs and spices in there. I didn't really get to look at the ingredients, but it is very good. Of course, the eggs, Monterey Jack, diced onions, and topping it all off with that Louisiana hot sauce. So happy I was able to make it through the night doing this stealth camp and able to come out here, chill, and eat some empanadas under this beautiful canopy of palm trees and just different tropical plants. This is just something else. I just heard a boat motor coming really close and all of a sudden just shut off. Might have some company. We're so hidden here anyways. So glad Leo's been enjoying it so much here. Just being so well behaved, and seems like he's having such a great time. Seems like he wants to be close to all the good food. Oh man, I'm already done that first one. I literally feel like I could eat a half dozen of these right now. So good. I'm really thankful the weather's so comfortable today. It's another room temperature day out here. I know a lot of you all around the U.S. have been having some really cold weather, so
hope you all are
staying warm and have a good fire going. Just do whatever you got to do. In a couple days, it's going to be dipping down to freezing here, which hasn't happened in 15 years. Overhearing people around here saying like, oh, stay warm, which is very weird to hear in Miami. Even in the middle of winter here, I think the average high is like 74 and it's sunny most of the time. Just thankful we got to come out here and do this camp out while it was still comfortable. So where is next for us on this big road trip? Well, we're gonna be heading up the Atlantic coast of Florida. I'm eyeing up a couple really fun possibilities in Jacksonville. And a fun fact, I actually used to live in Jacksonville just for 1 year when I was in first grade. I really do remember a lot from being there, so it's a place that's pretty near and dear to my heart. Oh man, I'm down to my last bite. I'm a little bit sad. Man, I'm so glad I have a lot of the extra ingredients back home at the van, because I'm for sure making these again.
In case anyone was wondering. Just trying to get out of the cave.
After that breakfast, got to make some Cuban coffee. Got to pick some of this up while we were down in Key West from a Cuban deli and coffee place called Five Brothers. Nice little shop and friendly staff. First time having Cuban coffee, but from what I hear, it's supposed to be a really dark roast. And yes,
No,
it
don't blow
is.
me up.
That is some of the darkest roast I've ever seen. Now, normally I like a medium or lighter roast, but just had to give some Cuban coffee a try. Oh yeah, that smells very intensely roasty.
Well, I don't want to give up, but we may have to extend this into a part 5.
All right, let's give this a try. Wow, that is powerful tasting. It's like almost an overwhelming amount of flavor. I'm trying to think about how to describe it, but it's very roasty, so to speak. Kind of like woody or oaky almost. I can totally see the hype behind this coffee. It's a real experience. I'm gonna keep sipping on this, start getting packed up and getting on our way up to Jacksonville.
Gotta try that Cuban coffee.
I got all my trash packed, and here's some trash I was able to find around the island. Pack that out, and look what I find hanging in a tree. So if we can take that too. With that, we are good to go. Well, that was a ton of fun. Thanks so much for coming along, and I'll see y'all in Jacksonville.
Okay. So that's that guy. That fella. That's that fella. And then, this is a whole 24 minutes. I was gonna watch a Steve Wallace one, but I'm afraid we're out of time for this episode. But thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.